ever been rejected by the ATS system? You've spent ages uploading your resume and answering questions only to be hit with an instant rejection. Why is this happening, and what is the ATS system looking for, and how can you beat it? Having previously worked in recruitment for close to a decade, today I'm going to share my insider secrets and tell you exactly how you can beat the ATS system so that you can land that all-important interview. I'm Lucy Gilmore, a former agency recruiter in the life sciences and engineering space. Having been a recruiter, hiring manager and employee myself, I now dedicate my time to helping job seekers get hired in 60 days or less. I share weekly videos here on my YouTube channel as well as daily tips on LinkedIn, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on future videos. If you're applying to jobs online and want to land more interviews, then you need to know how the ATS system works so that you know how to beat it. An ATS system is used to weed out the poor applications and highlight the best applicants so that recruiters don't have to go through hundreds of applications. On average, there are about 250 applications for every job that's posted online. So recruiters obviously don't have time to sit through and read 250 different resumes, and that's where the ATS system comes into play. But how do these systems automatically narrow down and reject these resumes? Well, the first way is some ATS systems have built-in screening questions. Now, you may have noticed these if you've ever applied to a job on Indeed or similar job sites. Sometimes you may be prompted to answer certain very specific questions about your background. Now, these questions usually cover very basic but important information about the role, like, do you have a bachelor's degree? Are you willing to come to the office? Now, when you're filling out these questions, don't lie, because sure, it may get you a resume in front of a recruiter and you may even get an interview, but if you say you're qualified for something that you're not, you're just going to end up getting rejected later on. When working as an agency recruiter, I would be working on several openings at once. I would get anywhere between 100 to 300 applications per job, meaning some weeks I would have thousands of applicants to track at once. So the ATS system worked like a giant database for me, helping me file, filter and sort out all of the applicants. I could input certain keywords or qualifications that I wanted the algorithm or the system to pass for when it scanned your resume every time you uploaded it to apply for a job. The ATS system then ranked the resumes based on the number of keywords or other qualifications that it matched. It then sorted them and only showed the top resumes that it believed were a good fit based on what I was looking for. Now, something to note here, and something I always say to my coaching clients, is make sure your resume is easy to read and it's in a readable format. Also, pay attention to the layout of the resume. You don't want there to be extra columns or things that will throw off the scan and sort software. You're going to want it to be pretty straightforward, without any tables, no graphs, no images, just pure text and using the full margins. I have an ATS friendly resume template that you can download for free by clicking the link in the description below. What is the ATS system scanning for? Like a human, the ATS is scanning for key pieces of information to find whether or not you're a match for the job opening. Now, one of the ways the ATS narrows down an application pool is by searching for specific keywords. It's like a Google search, but on a smaller scale. A few examples include your education level. Do you have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree? Your years of experience, your current and other recent job titles, relevant certifications, and of course, your current location. And this is why it's so important to optimize your resume and utilize as many keywords as possible. You can find all the keywords on the job description, and you're going to want to use the long form and short form for these specific keywords. Just put the short form in brackets. For example, if they're hiring for a digital marketing manager, they're obviously going to want someone who has SEO experience or knows search engine optimization. So in your resume, you're going to want to put both of these terms. Now, the next thing that you need to know about the ATS system is that when they're scanning the resumes, they read and scan them from top to bottom, left to right, just like a human would. So that means you're going to want to organize everything to be in reverse chronological order from most recent to least recent. This goes for your job titles, your employment history, and your education or your degrees. This is is another reason why I recommend you avoid using a functional resume format, as it will actually hurt you when you are applying for jobs online because it lowers your ranking. And like I mentioned before, this is why you should avoid using tables, charts, graphs and columns in your resume, because it will affect how the system can scan it from top to bottom, so keep it simple. Now I have to point out that when I was working as a recruiter, I still manually reviewed and approved all the resumes that got put at the top of the ATS. So it's worth mentioning that you shouldn't overload your resume with too many keywords or add keywords in the white text to hide them in the margins just to increase your ranking. If you're not qualified for the job, you're going to get rejected either way, or worse, I used to just blacklist candidates that pulled these tactics. Now my next bit of advice is critical for job search success and cracking the ATS. Note that every company's job description is going to be slightly different. They may all be hiring for the same type of job, but they may be giving those jobs different titles, or they may be looking for the same skills but using different keywords. So you must tailor your resume to the job description for every job you apply for, and only apply for the jobs that you're actually qualified for. Out of the hundreds of candidates that used to apply for my jobs, only a handful were actually qualified. So if you don't have the core skills needed to perform the job, you're better off not wasting your time or the recruiters. The ATS also allows recruiters to see all of the roles you've previously applied for. So I would often notice the same people applying to every single position I had advertised. All this said to me was, are they actually aware of their abilities or even interested in this specific role? Now, if the company has two similar roles open, then absolutely apply. Or if you have a wide range of skills and interests and you would be equally good in two different roles, then apply to both, but make sure you tailor the resume for each specific job. But it goes without saying you shouldn't be applying to both an entry-level position and a director-level position, and definitely shouldn't be applying to every opening that the company has. This just shows you haven't taken the time to read the job description or consider what role is right for you, and so the recruiter isn't likely to take the time to do it for you. Now you know how to optimize your resume to beat the applicant tracking system. Give it a go and let me know how you get on in the comments. And if you would like one-to-one support on how to master this, as well as learn how to optimize your LinkedIn so that you have interviews offers coming to you, check out my Career Growth Accelerator program in the link in the description below. If you've enjoyed this video and learned something new, please let me know by hitting the like button and leaving a comment below. If you're new around here, subscribe to be notified of more videos like this helping you land your dream job.